right, good evening. I'm Ellison Barber. That was Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro there. You were just listening to a press conference from Blair County, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I'm reporting live from my home where I never heard of you. I'm reporting live from my home where
she spit on them.
26-year-old Luigi Mangione was arraigned on felony weapons charges. He is the person of interest in the deadly shooting of the United Healthcare CEO, and he was taken into custody in Pennsylvania this morning. We have just learned Mangione has been charged with 2 felonies.
Interesting kind of pattern here I'm noticing in these interviews with this guy's friend. The suspect, what is his name? Luigi Mangi... knee.
Beyond shocked. It's unimaginable. You know, I was roommates with him, friends. Hiked, went to yoga. He's, did his best to be athletic and.
Hold on a second.
When I saw the photo, I thought it was like a 35-year-old guy.
Right.
It's like, he's a good-looking dude, like sharp jawline kind of thing.
Easy man.
But I had no hindrance that it was him. And in the back of my mind, I was like...
is what I'm about to say relevant to this story? That's for the courts to decide. But everybody that they interview in these interviews that I watch, they're like handsome. And like the first guy from Hawaii, he's like, he was really athletic. He was going to yoga. I can't believe it's him. This is not something common to the handsome community, so we're all shocked. We're all kind of coming together on this. Many of us have had to skip leg day for this one, just to kind of take a moment to just really let this soak in. Many of us have skipped some of our supplementation. So this is a younger guy, but his social media feed does paint a picture that I can't quite figure it out. Fine. It's not something that I can quite figure out.
Toilet.
What? Why?
Boom.
Okay, we got what's the guy's name? Andrew Huberston. So he's into the a guy that I think is an idiot, Jonathan Haidt. He likes him. A lot of Joe Rogan-y type stuff in here. This might be the most baffling one. He retweeted a Peter Thiel thing. Peter Thiel on many great startups being run by people suffering from a mild form of Asperger's is how we should view this as an indictment of our society. Okay, so Peter Thiel fan. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Another Johnny Haidt thing. Okay, so he's worried about smartphones. Okay, another Johnny Haidt. This is the guy who thinks all young people's problems are from smartphones, which I would disagree with, and a lot of people would disagree. That's fine. Okay, a post about restricting the smartphone use. Okay, this is kind of interesting because people are piecing together, like, who was this guy? What's going on in this guy's mind? What is the deal? Is he an anarchist? Is he fully immersed in political radicalism kind of thing? But then people are looking through his, book list, whatever that crap is online. And it's all like exactly what you would expect from somebody who works out a lot and is in their 20s, like the Joe Rogan reading list. What's that guy's name? Noah Harari or whatever the hell that guy is. Johnny Haidt, all this kind of crap. He just seems like a normal guy in his 20s reading Joe Rogan kind of crap. But then there is one interesting thing. This guy had a really serious back injury, and here's some of the reading list related to that. Here on the read and want to read shelves, we have Stuart McGill's Back Mechanic. Catherine Jackson. What the hell is the name? Catherine Jackinson. Hey, just name yourself Jackson. That name should be Jackson.
Boom.
Get one of those for that name. Catherine Jackinson, fine. Crooked. Outwitting the back pain industry and getting on the road to recovery. David Handsome, I call him. Do you really need spine surgery? Take control with a surgeon's advice. And Back in Control, a spine surgeon's roadmap out of chronic pain. And another one, Healing Back Pain, the Mind-Body Connection. So, I don't know, this is so far like the most interesting side of the story. Could be an interesting side of the story that the mainstream news, New York Times, all this crap. All this
weird toilets.
All this weird toilets. They're not really covering the most interesting part of it, which is this guy just seems like a normal 20-year-old reading all this garbage, reading all these stupid books, reading, frankly, the stupidest of books. Just kidding. Probably some of them are fine. Not Jonathan Haidt, though. That guy strikes me as a bit of a moron. A bit of a pendejo. And Peter Thiel, too. He kissed my ass. But, just a kind of normal 20-year-old reading the Joe Rogan book list, and he's like an Ivy Leaguer, and he was a valedictorian of his school. All this kind of crap, what happened? Well, there's some indication from social media that he had this back surgery, and it kind of totally changed him. I read these long Reddit posts where it's like, I had the same kind of back surgery, and it was a nightmare. They didn't want to cover me. They want to cover my pain medication. Nightmare. So that kind of, to me, that's the most interesting part of this. Just a normal guy had to actually personally deal with the healthcare industry. I mean, what's going on in the news that they're not covering this? They're like, oh, shocking. This guy was very handsome. Shocking update, a handsome does something that handsomes don't usually do. Okay, you know what? This is kind of a totally unrelated, me wasting everybody's time, but I did notice a kind of interesting title on this book list of this guy, Luigi. Oh! Here's the book title. There's a lot of books like this now. A Hard Kick in the Nuts. Wait a second. What I've learned from a lifetime of terrible decisions. When is this gonna stop with that kind of book? When is this gonna stop? There was that one book, I can't remember what it's called, and I'm not gonna look it up. It's called, like, What the Fuck? How to Overcome Obstacles and Get the Life You Want. Well, shit on my mouth. How to Get What You Want in Business and in Life. You know, these kind of books. What is this crap?
What the fuck?
Well, fuck my life and kill my family. How to Get What You Want in Life and in Love. Enough with these books, man. Okay, breaking update. Dip, 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 dip. Can we get a dip, dip, please? Dip, 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 dip. Dip, dip. Dip, 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 dip. And...
You're a moron.
Okay, what does this say? Okay, the Hawaii guy, I did not see this part. The dude who lives in Hawaii who knew this Mangione guy, the assassin, he said to the media that Mangione confided he had no relationship because he knew that dating and being physically intimate with his back condition wasn't possible. I remember him telling me that, and my heart just breaks. Yeah, I don't know, if the media was a little less insane, I feel like this would be kind of the top story here. But they're like, ooh, I don't know, the healthcare industry is pretty cool, so he's probably fine.
One of the more shocking stories to come out over this weekend
is that I went like this after I went like this.
Was the celebration from the left escalating over the assassination of the United Healthcare CEO.
Why are you wearing that?
In New York, leftists celebrated by having a shooter look-alike contest.
What's with the jacket?
With a lot of updates, they found Monopoly money in the guy's bag.
You look ridiculous.
Which some people, but the idea that's being pressed by these leftists and people like Taylor Lorenz that there is unity in the celebration of this death is wrong, and it's insane. And there's a very simple line of delineation. Those who are not stupid are condemning this and saying, yo.
Can he say that?
No.
Hey.
And those who are dumb as a box of rocks, leftists, they're celebrating it. They don't know how to read about instability in government and in cultures.
That's
and they're not smart enough to realize that when you normalize vigilantism,
I've been saying this.
It's not about whether or not police have full control. Okay. It's not about whether or not you are right or your ideology is right. It's that the message is sent to everyone. Every single person. Shut up. If you believe you are right, then people will celebrate for you.
Right. As always, all roads lead back to the finest newsmen of our time. Show them respect, or you will go to hell.
You will go straight to hell, where you will die and rot for all eternity. Thank you. That's the end of the video.
But I love this because he gives this... He's trying to figure it out. My favorite newscaster. He's trying to figure out how to talk about this. You know, his audience is just like, you're an idiot. Even his own audience, you're a moron. So the new angle he's found is like, look, you know, we can't just have vigilantes doing stuff, doing their own justice. They can't be exercising their own justice out in the streets. At the same time, this is just like perfect. I mean, I kind of love this. It almost seems like these videos were made for me to make videos about or something. It's too easy. At the same time he's doing this, he's calling, what's the guy's name? The guy who choked that guy in the subway. He's like, that guy's a hero. That guy's an absolute hero. Do you see is there a little bit of a contradiction there? Is there a little bit of a there? I mean, I'm sure this idiot could figure out an angle to make this work, kinda. You know, if he were very lawyerly and careful about this, he could put a little spin on it and throw treats out and it'd be fine. But this guy, this poor guy, this poor moron, this poor little
weird
pendejo
is like, you know what this is a point about? Vigilante justice. Also, the guy who we all like who did vigilante justice, that's good. Okay? I'm going to go to the bathroom now, if you don't mind. I'm going to bring in the camera. I'm going to live stream it. Okay? That's where I'm taking this now. That's the new show. You're going to be watching me do one of these. And I'm sorry to have to report this, but I will be doing a couple of these.